Now I want to show you just a little bit about the warnings that I alluded to in my opening, because the specifics are where the nightmare really lie. Here is proof for the first time on television since this tragedy occurred that officials simply slept. They murderously ignored the possibility of solving this issue and making sure that nobody actually paid with their lives, but they did not. Yuvraj would have been alive today only if officials acted on the warnings that I'm about to show you. 2 warnings were ignored. The Noida Techie therefore paid with his life. Warning number 1 was in 2023. An official letter flagged the need to install a water regulator at the pit. The irrigation department of the UP government under Yogi Adityanath wrote a letter to the Noida authority saying, we need this. They wrote to the Noida authority specifically pointing out this very pit where young Yuvraj finally lost his life and said, this is a tragedy waiting to happen. It was a warning letter that sadly gathered dust. It was lost in the files and the officials simply forgot about it. But this was 2 years ago in 2023. It happened 15 days ago on the 2nd of January, like I said, a separate truck fell into the very same pit where this young techie lost his life, viewer. The truck fell into that same pit, but in that case, the driver, by some stroke of miraculous luck, he was saved. He could have drowned himself, but he was saved. No action by officials after the truck accident. They had a letter, they had a close call, an accident, and still they did not solve the situation and stop it from becoming a death trap for Yuvraj just 15 days later. That's why on the 17th of January, on Saturday, Yuvraj's car fell into that pit and he died. Officials didn't act for 15 days. And the techie, that is Yuvraj Mehta, lost his life. And now I want to do something that no other network has the guts, the spine, or the gumption to do. And that is to call out, to name and shame the officials who we believe hold accountability or are answerable at one level or the other. The builder, number 1, the MJ Wishtown Planner Limited. Now the chairman of the builder has been arrested. The water-filled pit was on their plot, ignored safety norms despite being fully aware of them. The owner has been arrested once again thanks to NDTV's non-stop coverage. Number 2 in this hall of blame, M. Lokesh, the Noida Authority CEO, failed to act on the 2 warnings that NDTV has dug up and shown you as part of our investigation. The 23rd January letter on the pit, January 2nd accident, no action by the Noida CEO. He has been removed and sent on leave after Yuvraj's death. He's not been sacked, he's only been sent on leave, probably until the media heat evaporates, but it will not evaporate here at NDTV. Then comes the State Disaster Response Force, the men who reached the site very, very late, too late. They refused to get into the water-filled pit to save young Yuvraj because they said the water was too cold. The men didn't have the required equipment for the rescue. How pathetic and embarrassing that the State Disaster Response Force, despite being there, being in a position to save him, did not get into the water to save him. Shame on them. Manisha Singh, the DCP Traffic in Noida, she is answerable as well because she failed to ensure the presence of reflectors, warning signs at the pit. And therefore, anyone driving in the dark always ran the risk of hitting that wall and falling into the ditch just as Yuvraj did. The UP Irrigation Department may have issued a letter warning in 2023, but under the Yogi Adityanath government, they are answerable for the death of Yuvraj as well, because the delay in constructing the regulator at the pond, even despite a face-off and bickering with the Noida authority, should have put the onus on the government of the day to ensure that it did not become a death trap. It did not become something that was ignored and endanger the lives of people. Medha Rupam is the district magistrate of Gautam Budh Nagar, which is Noida. 4 days later, no action, no response. Only after 4 days did she actually go to the site And I will show you in a while how she refused to take any of the questions that NDTV's reporters alone had the spine to ask her. Then comes Lakshmi Singh, the police commissioner of Gautam Budh Nagar. Saad Mia Khan is the DCP of Greater Noida. The incident was first reported to the police. What did the police do to help the victim is a question that nobody seems to have an answer to. The GM of the Noida traffic cell, why were there no signs near this pit despite multiple warnings? Literally an accident 15 days ago, and yet nobody did anything. Do I need to give you more layers of information? Viewer, do I need to take more names? Do I need to give you more evidence in the form of letters, warnings, documents to prove to you that this was homicide, this was murder, this was not an accident that has taken away the life of young Yuvraj Mehta?